This video discusses the physical science and life science core requirements, which taken together are part of the natural science requirement in the core. This video is only for a select population of students who are eligible for these courses. So listen closely to see if this video applies to you. If it doesn't, then you don't need to watch this video and you can simply continue on to the next one. So the intended audience of this video is students who have earned or are expecting to earn credit for a math or science, AP, or IB exam. We'll repeat that. This video is for students who have earned or who expect to earn credit for an AP or IB math or science exam. And remember, as you'll learn in a later video, in order to earn credit for an AP exam, you need a 4 or a 5. And for an IB exam, we only accept the HL, the higher level scores. And to earn core level credit, which is what we're going to talk about here, you need to earn a score of 6 or 7. So if that applies to you, keep listening because there is another question to pose. If you are planning on taking majors or pre-health level biology, chemistry, or physics in the fall semester. So for example, you're thinking of being a biology major, a chemistry major, a physics major, integrative neuroscience, general science, one of those. You're going to fulfill this requirement through your majors or pre-health level science courses. So you do not need to watch this video because the pre-health video, as well as your degree works guidance, will tell you what science courses you need to take, and they will fulfill these requirements anyway. So if you said yes to the question about APs and no to the question about thinking of taking biology, chemistry, or physics at the majors or pre-health level, then you can keep watching this video. Before we get too far into the details, let's quickly review our core curriculum checklist. So as we can see here, the physical science requires the math computational reasoning core as the prereq, and the life science core typically requires the physical science core as the prereq. So typically a student will take math first, and then physical, and then life science. However, since you're still watching this video, you have some AP scores that can make the order in which you take these a little bit trickier or a little bit more flexible. So just keep this typical order in mind as we look at the specific courses and which you're able to take in the fall. So here we have a handy chart that will help you figure out which of the physical and or life science you're able to take in the fall semester. You can see here there are 3 APs and IBs for which, given the appropriate score, we give core level math credit. So if you have one of these 3 APs or IBs and the required score, you would have been considered to completed the math requirement. The same thing with these exams and scores and the physical science requirement, and the same thing with these APs and IBs and the life science core requirement. So let's say, for example, that you earned the qualifying AP or IB score on a math exam only, so one of these 3. That would mean that you can take the physical science in the fall. None of these other ones, because you would need to do the physical science first, and of course, you don't need math. Let's say that you only had a physical science AP or IB, one of these. You would then be able to take either the math requirement, which is the one before it, or the life science, which is the one after it. If you had only a life science AP, which is one of these, you could then, of course, take math and or physical. So you could take any one of the 2 courses that typically precedes the life science requirement. And the same logic applies with these combinations. So if you have math and physical, then you proceed right to the life if you wish. If you have both math and life science, you can then just take the physical. You don't need to take anything else. If you have physical and life, then you just take the math. And of course, if you have all three, then you don't need to worry about this at all. So if you're thinking, hey, I have one or more of these APs, I don't want to take a major or pre-health level science curriculum, and I'm interested in maybe doing some type of science course in my first semester, take a good look at this chart because there are still some seats left in these courses, and this can be a good option for you if you have some APs and want to use those to your advantage. Searching for physical and life science courses is not difficult at all, no more involved than searching for any other type of core class. So we'll start with searching for our physical science core requirement if you decided you wanted to take that in the fall. So we return to our familiar Browse Classes screen, select the appropriate term from the drop-down menu, always click Advanced Search. Under College, remember we always select Fordham College at Rose Hill as a core course. Physical science needs to be taken at Fordham College at Rose Hill. Under Course Attribute, we can start typing in physical, and pops right up. And then we just click Search. Now you can see here, a lot of the physical science courses are already full. And because these are not typically taken by freshman students, because not all freshman students have AP scores, these courses, these ones that say full, are already filled by upperclassmen, and whatever is available here will remain here. There's no special seats reserved for freshmen. So you can see, as of right now, there's seats in chemistry of the environment, forensic science, and physics of light and color. Now you'll notice too, these sections of intro astronomy, all of which are closed now, but may very well not be closed when you go to register or even during add drop in September. There's only a lecture component here listed. It just says Monday, Thursday, 8:30 to 9:45. Whereas forensic science has both this 3-day-a-week lecture, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:30 to 11:20, as well as a lab here. So chem of the environment, forensic science, and physics of light and color have a lab component that is built into the course. And you'll notice there's no separate CRN for that. There's just one CRN right here that takes care of both the lecture and the lab. Now, is there a lab for astronomy? Yes, there is, but it's scheduled on your own time. So there's no separate astronomy lab that you have to register for, and it doesn't appear on your schedule, but there are a variety of options of labs that you can choose from once you're in the course that fit with your schedule. So this is a good option if you wanted to keep some time technically open on your schedule. And if, for example, we click on Physics of Light and Color, we can see here there's the list of all the possible ways of fulfilling the math requirement that would allow a student to take this course. If we wanted to search for a life science course, we would simply start typing in life science, and then search. And we can see here, although some of the courses are closed, there are still some seats in others, and all of these happen to have a lab component, the second one that only meets 1 day a week here as the required lab component that is built into the course. All physical and life science courses have some type of lab component.